Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade.
1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3. Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
God, the world is literally on fire.
Dying. Everybody's dying. We're all going to die. Wait, by the way, we are all going to die eventually. That's just a that's a foregone conclusion. Death comes for all and taxes. But
yeah. But, oddly enough, people don't think that. We've gotten to this world where people just kind of, what the actual
unless your name is Al Sharpton, taxes don't come for you, then
sorry.
That's not a...
Yeah, no, it's...
No, you did not.
Yes, I did!
It's one of those things where people think that we don't die or don't need to die. Like, we can escape that.
We're never going to
It's
escape.
never going to happen.
Nope.
Sorry for you, but not today.
Nope.
So anyway, it is Monday.
Yes!
The world is on fire. I hope that every single one of y'all within the sound of my voice are safe.
My world's on fire.
For real.
How about yours?
That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored.
Thank you. Hey, now.
You're a rock star. No, I'm not. It's for real. Like, y'all, please be safe. Whatever you do, wherever you go, please just be safe. I told Steven before he came on, I'm like, I have a monologue prepared, but I'm not going to do it.
Yep. No, but you know what we are going to do?
Well, I'm not going to do it because, one, Steven won't let me.
No, I won't. I will not let you monologue on the show.
He's too much of a...
I'm going to step on your toes.
A microphone whore. He wants to be in the middle of it.
You are correct. I have to be.
And so I don't get to monologue.
No.
So I will do I've decided I will still do my monologue.
Okay.
It'll just be in pieces.
That's fine.
Throughout the show.
That is just fine. We can do it that way. I want it that way.
All right, Justin. That's a story I read today, too. Don't get me started on that.
We're not
one.
going there. Not going there. Before we get to everything else, though, some things I do want to mention. One, if you didn't know, Watson has a dejected, neglected Dingling.
He does. Sadly.
It sits on his shelf, and it gets dusty and old.
It's never been used.
And gray.
He doesn't touch it.
Doesn't touch his Dingling.
At all.
And it's terrible.
And nobody should ever have a neglected Dingling.
Right. Especially Watson Prunier.
Yeah, because you would think that'd be a massive Dingling. That'd be ding-a-linging all over the place.
I know. It'd just be all over the place. It'd be dinging and donging and whatever else going on there. But Watson's decided he wants to rehome his Dingling.
So he's getting divorced?
No.
Oh, wrong Dingling.
Wrong Dingling.
Sorry.
That's different altogether.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Watson has opened his hands and
oh my God.
he wants to bear all things to you.
Oh God.
As the Mojo 50 audience and such, he is now
raffling. Are we raffling?
No, we're not even going to raffle it. Yeah, we're going to give it away. We're going to give it all away.
So Watson's just giving away his Dingling.
Yeah, he's going to give away his Dingling.
To whoever wants it.
No, not to whoever wants it. Now, here's what you need to do. If you would like to have a chance at grabbing hold of Watson's Dingling, his dejected, unused, horribly neglected Dingling, go to our website. That's doaeshow.com. doaeshow.com. You'll see in the header Watson's dejected Dingling giveaway.
I love how his dejected Dingling is in the header.
It's in the header. It's the same place. It's in the menu bar. Okay? It's in the menu bar. You have the home button. You have the Dingling button. And you go sign up for your chance to win Watson's dejected Dingling.
You could be that lucky person.
You could be the lucky one. Once again, that's doaeshow.com. doaeshow.com.
Yes.
And you just, right there in the menu, Watson's dejected Dingling.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
His
you
wife
go.
thanks you.
Yeah, his
He
wife
does.
will be very
He
thankful.
does. We are joined tonight by the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew Coppins. Andrew Coppins does critical thinking at 3 p.m. What is that, on Saturday? Sunday. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sunday.
Yeah. I did.
5 p.m. on Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday.
That's
you go.
right. I knew you had one on Saturday, too. I was looking at the wrong one.
Sorry.
He has decided, probably much against with full regret now, but he has decided to come on and talk numbers. Like, obviously, the world is on fire. That, hey, look at the upside to it. We're not talking COVID,
Right, and we're not dead
and we're not dead. So,
yet.
but we're going to talk about what really is going on. The country is in literal fire.
Yes.
And it's going to have to be addressed. We have to touch on it at some point. The way I figured it.
You might as well come on strong.
Well, yeah.
And if you and then we can fade out.
Exactly. Because the way I told it to Stephen is we'll just do this tonight, and then starting tomorrow, we'll have carry on, God willing.
God willing.
So then we can have like a little prayer thingy, and it can all God focus, and then we can start with our week, and we can put all this crap behind us. That's the plan. But we all know that
Right. That's
this is
probably not what's going to happen.
being that this is June, as the memes like to say.
Yeah.
This is the 6th level of Jumanji.
That's where we're at.
So
Yes.
could be anything. But anyway, Andrew, thank you for hanging out with us tonight, man. Really.
And I
Pleasure-
apologize.
Pleasure to join you.
Thank you, and I apologize.
It's one of those that he gets called. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea. And halfway through it, he's like,
No,
what have
that's
I
a bad
done?
idea. This is a very bad idea.
This technically ruins my credibility just a tad.
All credibility out the window for
At this point,
joining with
yes.
joining Compens with the DOA show.
Gotta have some fun mixed in with the numbers, so I'm happy.
Exactly.
He likes mixing things.
He does. So at this point, we're mixing numbers with dinglings.
Right.
Nice.
Yes.
Roger that.
Speaking of dinglings, new psychological research finds extreme protest actions reduce the popular support for social movements.
Now, I would like you to. I know.
Compens on the numbers.
Exactly. Coppins knows numbers. Now, this new research,
study.
New research shows
stuff.
this. No one has been able to figure this out until this new research has popped out.
Yeah.
So, just wondering what your take on this might be.
Shocked, I tell you.
I was too. Color me just
So shocked.
slap my ass and
the
call me
analysis
Sally.
You guys are paying me for.
Hi, Sally.
I saw this, and I actually I put this in the prep just more as a joke, but also just as a way to think about this, that we have hit the point.
Of no return?
No, we've hit the point in society where we can't actually look at anything and determine it ourselves.
Right.
At all. We have to look at it and have somebody come in with research, and some elites come by and say, well, we've spent thousands and millions of dollars on research to find out that when you turn around and burn a Target and a McDonald's and you loot a Best Buy store because someone has died over injustice, that the original idea is lost. We have to actually pay people to come up with this stuff now, and it's fascinating to me. So
Yeah, the amount of money that academics get for useless research is unbelievable. The last time I read a number on that, believe it or not, there are numbers on this.
I figured
it was something like $500 million a year
Oh
on completely useless, like has no medical value, no psychological value. It's just completely useless stuff.
Yeah.
We are wasting $500 million a year. Now,
On dribble.
Yeah, and it's usually our money. It's not, donors' money or anything else like that. They're getting federal grants for a lot of this stuff. I mean, you can look at, what was it? Studying the mating of some really weird thing in the Mississippi Delta a few years ago. It's like,
Oh, yeah. Stupid stuff.
Or wasn't it? I remember hearing one a while back where they were studying, coming up with like a treadmill for shrimp.
Yeah, treadmill for shrimp, and there was one where they were looking at the resurgence of the dodo bird.
Again, Darwinism started. They died. They're gone. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Even
next to one.
Who is?
Exactly.
We need to make a shirt like that since I was stupid and have both arrows pointing at each other.
That way we can sit next to each other always.
Exactly.
We just always have to be in the same place, side by side.
Usually we are.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, we could be real creative and have it put on opposite sides.
Yeah, so it's always around.
Pointing
it's
away
always
from
pointing
us.
away from us, so it's always pointing at somebody else.
Yeah. It's somebody who's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Because they're stupid.
They're stupid.
That's why they're not there.
But it's fascinating to me. I like I said, I read this headline and I got tickled. It says, new research indicates that extreme protest tactics tend to undermine a movement's popular support in the United States by alienating both neutral observers and supporters. The findings have been published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology.
You don't say.
No, I don't say. This, scipost.org says.
No.
Quote, I'm interested in social change and progress and was curious what social movement strategies might be most effective in influencing popular opinion.
Obviously not destroying things.
I don't understand why that would be. I mean,
Obviously not going around taking flame to people's houses and businesses in the local area.
true.
But
That
Jordan
does-
for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, this is where it gets good. Researchers, so there's more than one,
Right.
conducted 6 experiments
6.
with 3,399 participants in total, in which they assessed how different types of protest behaviors influence support for a variety of progressive and conservative social causes, including Black Lives Matter movement and the anti-abortion movement. They found that more extreme behaviors, such as the use of inflammatory rhetoric, blocking traffic, and vandalism, consistently resulted in reduced support for social movements. I know this is all news to all of you.
I am flabbergasted.
Right? You were completely floored by the findings.
So much flooring. I'm destroyed by this.
The new study is in line with research that analyzed all mass uprisings around the world between 1945 and 2014.
Yes.
Finding that nonviolent campaigns were more successful at bringing about large-scale political transformation than violent campaigns. Quote, social movements face a difficult dilemma. On the one hand, a very useful way to get widespread publicity and raise awareness about their cause is to engage in extreme protest behaviors.
Right.
These behaviors are commonly picked up by the news media and spread on social media. I'll leave that there for a minute. On the other hand, people typically respond negatively to extreme protest behaviors.
So here's what they're trying to say. Go out and be extreme, but don't go out and destroy.
Don't be a douche.
Be extreme enough to get the buzz on social media, but not enough to destroy everything.
Well, the problem with it is it says right here, the behaviors are commonly picked up by the news media and social media. Like I was trying to talk to somebody about all this crap today. That's the biggest problem, I think, the biggest instigator of all of this right now.
Yeah.
It's because of the social media that people are, and the media itself, the 24-hour news cycle. You can't sell good news. Apparently good news doesn't sell anything.
Nope.
Which I would argue is not true, but I can, we'll talk about that another day.
That's different.
But
That's different.
so they push this stuff. They antagonize this stuff. I mean, they're
Push it.
so many different places and so many different things that they're doing stuff. Like you're hearing stories about, pallets of bricks showing up in the pathways of
Randomly?
yeah, just
Randomly? Oh, look, a giant pallet of bricks.
Yeah.
There's no construction here.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really weird how that just just magically pops up, and somebody, that means that somebody somewhere is building something, And there's somebody's in a lot of trouble because they're missing a pallet of bricks that's supposed to go to some construction site that just magically fell off.
Was not there.
And didn't break.
Right. Instead, it landed perfectly, completely stacked and neat.
Almost like it was set there.
Gently. With a pallet
off
jack.
the back of a U-Haul.
Exactly.
Everybody has lying around.
It's like,
right.
It's like Meals on Wheels, but for
Don't
bricks.
you have a U-Haul?
Up the street, yes.
Currently, right now, driving back and forth down your street, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Filled with people that are protesting.
You know what it is? We're looking at this wrong.
Okay.
We are looking at this entirely wrong.
Okay. What are we doing?
These bricks are put there. They are obviously put there intentionally.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying they're cornerstones?
Yes. Yes. They are not meant to be used as weapons to be thrown at. Instead, someone is preemptively going, you know what? There's going to be a lot of damage along the way. Let's start putting bricks out so we can be ready to rebuild once these guys pass by.
This is smart.
This is looking at the glass half full.
That is so smart, except for the fact that they're picking them up and throwing them.
Well, then we can't. It's glass half full. Glass half full. I know it is. I know it's not that. But
Glass half empty. Air Jordans.
Right.
Right.
52-inch TV and a pair of Huggies. We got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And toilet paper.
Oh, toilet papers.
Well, hold on.
They
now.
don't have any toilet papers.
Let's come on, man. Let's.
I'll trade you this brick for toilet paper. That's one ply. It might as well be brick.
Well, look. To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair, if you're going to take advantage of a looting situation, I don't fault anybody for trying to go into a Target to loot toilet paper. If you can find it.
But once again, if you also set it on fire afterwards.
Because they didn't have no damn toilet paper.
All right. Okay. All right.
I said I could understand part of it. I didn't condone any of it.
This insanity brought to you by American Pride Roasters Coffee. APR coffee is literally the best coffee known to man.
It is.
We have it in our cups. Andrew, I'm sorry that you don't have it in your cup. Instead, you have some sort of can.
It looked like he had a Four Loko.
It's not a Four Loko. It's got some other branding on it.
I can't tell it's fuzzied.
It's a beautiful zombie dust.
Oh, zombie dust. There you go.
Fitting for
very good
riding and stuff.
Very good. But we over here enjoy the American Pride Roasters coffee. Tonight, specifically, it is a time for choosing. How apropos.
Mm-hmm. And the question is, as I will go through my monologue in pieces later, is what are you choosing?
Right.
Are you choosing crappy brand of coffee? Are you choosing the name brand because they dump a
Are you
boatload of
choosing
sugar into it?
instant coffee from Starbucks?
Are you drinking chock full of nuts? It's a bad choice, my friend.
It is.
Bad choice, my friend.
Maybe you should instead go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. If you go and you order a time for choosing, you get a pound of Washington for only $7.
That's a lot of
That is
Washington.
half off the price. You get a pound of one and you get half off the other.
There's a joke in there
I
somewhere.
really
and I'm digging for
It's
it.
there, and I stopped because I knew it was there.
I can't find it.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
My tumor's been bugging the
I know.
snot out of
Check
me
it out today.
and I can't think clearly.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Andrew, I know you've been digging, and I know you've got some numbers, but I know it's like there's all the it's ethereal in essence. Lay it on us, man. What's going on here?
So we really don't have a lot of numbers right now. We really don't, because we don't know the extent of the damage being done.
Mhm.
I'm going to guess it is in the billions of dollars at this point, because what you are seeing is the major financial areas, the major shopping areas of the major cities of this country have been utterly destroyed, burned, looted like crazy. I'm guessing it's in the hundreds of billions of dollars of lost businesses, lost inventory, all of those things that we're going to see. But I think the number that I really kind of just hit home for me was this number, 26.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number of people who were shot and killed here in Chicago this weekend, not related to protesting.
Oh, wait, hold on.
And not
Are you telling me that 26 people were shot and killed in Chicago this weekend?
Yes.
And they weren't related to the protests?
Correct.
And they weren't related to police brutality?
You.
You didn't sound very convincing on that one.
No. They definitely did not. No.
But, okay, these were people that were most likely the same skin color? As the gentleman,
where the locations of these shootings were.
Uh-huh.
They were nowhere near the financial district. They were
Okay.
nowhere downtown.
Okay.
They were in the deep south side of Chicago and the far west side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
On the south side of Chicago, there's a man named Leroy Brown. Sorry.
But yes, it was a very sad weekend, and this would have been the story that would have led all the newscasts. That would have been the thing that everybody was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're not hearing a word about it.
Oh yeah, and
Not
you
a
won't.
one. And
You
I
won't.
understand the bigger narrative that's at play here, but on the back of the shooting of George Floyd, or the killing of George Floyd,
Yeah.
and the constant Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. 26. 26.
Right.
On the weekend that you're supposed to be protesting about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
26.
not saying it's a racial thing. I'm just simply saying it doesn't make any common sense that you would say that your lives matter and you go out and kill in numbers that we have not seen in this city in my entire time that I've lived here, and that's over half of a decade.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does kind of put a call the initial message into question when you say, that Black Lives Matter, and yet there are other Black lives that are being killed and taken, and nobody is addressing that side of it. And and I, it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Fascinating.
It blows my mind.
And the other number was 65 wounded this weekend, by the way. So let's round those numbers up here. We're talking about almost 90 people.
90
shot
people damaged
In one weekend.
one weekend, Friday through Sunday.
And
Well,
it has
actually,
nothing.
Monday morning at like
this
4
Friday
a.m.
through Monday morning.
Yeah, that's
That's not good.
no.
That's not good. And speaking of Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter and protesting and all the rest of it, funny thing, Black Lives Matter protest in Wichita changed to a cookout with police.
See, that's good.
That's good.
That is
How
actually
that should go down.
That's
right?
a good.
It
This is a
should.
good story.
it is.
Instead of shouting, police and people, they shared supper.
You know what? I have to admit that I know we're getting ready to go into the break, but I kind of wish we saved this. Now I'm thinking about it for the end of the show. Period.
No.
To end on a high note altogether. 'Cause
No. This is
But
going to
this
go
is fine.
downhill quick.
It is.
It's going to go downhill quick. I needed to inject a little bit of happiness. just a little bit of happiness.
Fair enough.
I just need to punch that in there. Just wanted to make sure that it was.
Dig it in deep.
Yeah, we're dotting. This is a big period mark on the day. Got to make sure that people understand that if you're BLM, do like Wichita. Originally planned to protest. They were gonna march, all the rest of it, fight the power. Turned into a cookout where they invited police and they talked over food.
That's how you do it.
They talked to each other over dinner and actually got rid of some of the disagreements and some of the problems.
Yeah, don't be a dingling.
Right? Thank you.
Right.
See, look at that.
He gets it.
Andrew playing along. I love it.
He gets it.
That's awesome.
Very good job.
But yeah, see, that's how it always should be. Is two wrongs don't make a right, as our parents would always say. But anyway, guys, there's so much more of this on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
2 dings don't make a dong.
2 dongs do make a...
Ah!
I stopped myself. Oh, there's so many jokes I could do. Ha! Whoo!
It makes a scarring situation. That's what it makes. Foiled again. That's all I'm saying.
2 dongs equal about $5,000 more in the San Fernando Valley than just
Than
the
it
one. That's all I'm saying.
Is that where Watson's moving to?
That's him and his poor unused dingling.
Oh gosh. Oh my
Still on
goodness.
there.
Hey, you know, most guys, once it's taken away, they just, you know, they keep it and they just kind of long and pine after it. Not Watson. Watson's like,
Watson's saying, you know what? I'm done.
there's no point in just
It's no more time left
just
for this.
looking at it. It's not doing anything for me.
I don't want to keep staring at this all forlorn. Let's just.
We should get them to change his APR copy.
Oh no, they should make a new one called a
Watson's
His unused.
Watson's Pale Ale.
Oh, that's not right.
It'd be even worse if they just took off the chocolate and just used Dingling, Watson's White Dingling.
Yep. Ooh. All right, we're coming back.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And we're back.
God, I love that song.
I know, right? It's kitschy. Defenders Live, Mojo50. Go to mojo50.com. Make sure you check out all the amazing lineup of hosts and peoples over there.
Yes.
Such as the Andrew Coppins on the Saturdays and the Sundays. The weekends, keeping it held down over there.
Yeah, there may be more coming from Compens too. So.
Yeah, speaking of, you know, he does not have an unused ding-a-ling.
Right.
It is being used in
Other
full
ways.
force.
I wasn't saying that he was having another kid. I was.
Check out. No, that's not what we're saying. Not saying anything about that.
No. We're
Saying
just.
he's using what he's got. Go to
He's letting it all hang out. That's all we're doing.
Mojo50.com is where you need to go. Make sure you bookmark that. Keep in the loop of all the things that are coming down the line. A lot of changes are getting ready to start happening.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool things, and you want to make sure you are abreast to said changes. Yeah, I know. Go to our website, DOAE Show. Make sure you check the header and get in to get Watson's unused ding-a-ling.
Oh.
You can also check out the gear we've got over there. We've got the tumblers out there. We've got the gators. We've got the official. We are the home of the Jackhole Nation gear, period.
Period.
T-shirts and anything like that. You want that, it's there. If you want to promote, or not promote. I hate the word promote. If you want to go out there and show everybody else, you know what? You can be with Antifa. You can be with all these other groups.
I'm with the jackholes.
We are jackholes.
Hear us laugh at you because you're stupid.
Exactly. Go to DOAEshow.com and check out over there.
Yeah.
We are joined this evening by the one and the only Andrew Coppins.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Howdy.
Hi.
Yeah, so real fast, Andrew, what is your social medias in case anybody is new?
Coppin Show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They can check out criticalthinking.locals.com. I put some extra content in between the wonderful Saturday shows for subscribers over there. But trying to build a community that's less Twitter and more.
Yeah, Locals is actually a pretty good community. I signed up to get in there, and I just keep on forgetting to put my stuff in for the show. I keep on forgetting.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's really cool. So
But
it's conservative run.
Oh, roger that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Dave Rubin's little pet project.
Oh,
Yeah, this
that's
is,
what that is.
This is the website. Yeah, the website that Ruben came up with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they've really amped it up in the last month or so.
Mm-hmm. I keep on forgetting to jump on there. It's really bad. Anyway, so that is The Compet Show, or Critical Thinking over at the /locals. Locals.
Yeah, criticalthinking.locals.com.
There you go.
Nice.
And
Over
all
on
the rest
the Twitters, we've been a bit negligent.
Yeah,
there.
we've been negligent.
Essential Jackhole, chock full of nuts. Is that a euphemism?
I don't know what you mean.
No, what you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
Moving on, also, Sweetimus Prime, or Sweatimus Prime.
Sweatimus Prime. Sweetimus.
I wanted to turn around and try and do an Optimus Prime voice, but I can't do it tonight.
It's not today.
What bothers me is that nowhere are you seeing video of trucks rolling up with forklifts or people with banding machines, because all the pictures of the pallets that I've seen so far look banded, and you aren't moving those with just pallet jacks. And that's
You're correct.
True. Those
You are
not
correct.
light pallets.
No, those are very heavy.
At all.
No.
Quarant-
Those were dropped off overnight
Oh, yeah.
without.
Kind of like that money that Obama sent overseas. Anyway, quarantine artist FKA rule number 5, Jackal. Black Lives Matter when they say they do. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare
question this?
How dare you?
Thank you.
Sorry, she was on delay for some reason.
I don't know why.
Isn't she Swedish? It came
Yeah,
from
she's
Sweden.
from. It's
or the
countries far
she's
away.
from one of those white
European
countries.
white countries.
I don't know remember anymore. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare I? But anyway, so we are talking tonight. Oh, obviously the world is on fire.
Yes. How about yours?
No, but we didn't start the fire.
But it's always burning.
Since the world has been turning.
That's right. So you've got that. I've got this. Do we want to stay local or do we want to go international?
Let's go international for a minute, because this makes me giggle a little bit.
International.
A lot of the things that I've seen on socials today, and God knows I usually don't get on there at all. Anybody that I don't pay attention. Facebook is reserved, for
the show.
Well, no, for me it's to keep up with family, and that's about it. If I don't care about a whole lot of other else. Occasionally a cute meme or a joke or something, and I'll post it, whatever. But
that's because it always kicks you off.
That's true. That's so true. I haven't been banned for a while, praise
but that's
God,
because you self-banned.
Yeah, I do it to myself, and they just kind of go, okay. But no, apparently, a lot of people, one of the things I have seen on the Facebooks and the memes and stuff is that a lot of people are saying, one of the memes I actually thought of was how it should be if you are arrested for looting.
Right.
And vandalism and all this stuff during all of these peaceful protests.
It's peaceful, remember.
Then should you have your government assistance taken away?
Yes.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that too. But then my brain traveled to, well, what do you do? How would you know? A lot of people, thanks to the Ronas, the Wu-Tang clap, a lot of people are wearing masks conveniently.
Right.
Conveniently. So how would you know exactly who was there if they're wearing masks? I put forth to you a solution from the Hong Kong police.
Hong Kong Phooey?
No. The Hong Kong police have come up with an ingenious idea of spraying protesters with blue dye water to mark them for arrest later. That's
fantastic.
It's amazing. So obviously they have protesters. There's constantly stuff going on because Hong Kong is dealing with their own crap. They're trying to be free from China, and that's a whole nother. We've touched on this before. It's a whole nother.
Stop touching on things.
I can't help it. I mean, idle hands are the devil's work.
That's true.
Protesters are obviously clashing with police in Hong Kong on Saturday as thousands rallied in spite of a police ban on demonstrating. The police put blue dye in water cannons intended to stain protesters and mark them for arrest later.
Right.
The Hong Kong protest sparked by proposed extradition bill to mainland. We've talked about that
we've talked about
it's been
this
going on forever.
Right.
But I saw this, and I'm like, if we're going to
talk about protesting,
if we're going to go protesting, and if we're going to go to, one of the things that a lot of people, and I say a lot of people, most people, Here, going back actually to the other story earlier, but a lot of us, it's not that we don't see the injustice.
Right.
What happened to Floyd? That was his last name or first name? Floyd. Was his last name.
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Thank you. What happened to him was tragic. From what I saw and what I understand of it, was absolutely wrong.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Absolutely wrong.
Correct.
But we don't know the full intent of the officer's heart. We don't know, you know what I mean? It may have just been it could have been
Overaction.
Overaction, because I mean they are cops. I mean you have to, people will say what they need to say sometimes, and you hear it all the time, and they do grow a little callous. It could have been that. It could have been a personal thing. It could have been a racial thing. We don't know. But the fact of the matter is that we all can agree that what happened was wrong, and he should be dealt with and punished for it.
Right.
Okay? But at the same time, two wrongs do not make a right. Two lefts make a right.
What did two Wongs make?
Soup. An amazing Chinese buffet. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway.
Racist?
Yeah. Andrew's sweating now. He's like, son of a bitch.
No, he's sweating because of the parade of people outside of his window right now.
He's actually hoping he's hoping they'll start something so he can go, oh, God, I've got to go.
Gotta leave, guys.
This is so much easier to deal with than the show.
Gotta beep out here.
But no, but like seriously, though, like you can't turn around and expect people to listen to what and be on the team of the cause, which is that this man wrongfully died. If you're turning around and setting fire to your community, and in a lot of aspects, there are people out there who just want to watch the world burn and are therefore traveling to other places to help assist in that.
Yes.
We laughed at the story before, but it is the truth. You can't expect people to follow it. And we're at a point now where people have to literally go through this long diatribe to explain the nuances of everything before they can get to a point when we can't just actually sit down and say, you know what, I agree with you, what happened is wrong, but how you're acting is also wrong. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, it doesn't fix anything.
There's no long diatribe needed. There's no long answer needed. There's no you don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
It's a yes or no proposition. This is, lack of a better term, it is a black or white idea.
Yeah. No pun intended.
No pun at all intended on that. There is no gray. No gray area here.
Yeah, we have to.
There's no 50 Shades. There's no 50 Shades more.
Yeah.
There's no 50 Shades more than that. You are either in the right in this or you are in the wrong in this. We can agree that it was bad. The act was bad.
Yep.
What happened was bad.
It was
now,
wrong.
How are you going to respond?
Yeah.
One of the big things that and I know Stephen has learned this the same way as I have, is one of the things that we've from the church that we went to and everything else that you learn real fast is that you don't control anything
Other than
yourself,
right,
and your actions.
Your actions, your attitude.
Okay, is what happened to him wrong?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not saying you can't get mad, not saying you can't be upset, not saying you can't sit and go, there are other things. This is a normal thing. This is happening more often than a lot of people are aware of. Okay, cool. Then let's deal with it. But you can't turn around then and act in kind and expect people to listen.
Now, before I ask this next question to Andrew Compens, Quarantined AFK artist FKA rule number 5, Jackal over on the Twitter. Tu Wong soup is sticky salty. It's good for come up some young guy.
Aww. And hence the 2 dinglings. Also, quarantine artist FKA rule Jackal number 5. At the Coppins show, goes on DOA show, and all of a sudden he's using his dingling on air.
Yep.
Euphemism for brain.
Right.
That is correct. Well, I mean, you are the guy that I understand you're the numbers guy, but you're also, as your show pertains, critical thinker.
Yeah.
You're a critical thinker. You're a person that looks at the issues, goes through all the evidence as much as he possibly can, and tries to find the truth in the line.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not a very easy task these days, given what we have for media.
Yeah,
especially that.
For real.
And my number one rule is don't believe anything you ever see on social media. Yep. Don't believe most of what you see in the media.
Yep.
And you almost have to do it yourself. You have to find people that are on the ground. You have to find that citizen journalist. And I think one of the interesting things here when we're talking about two wrongs don't make a right, there's also a third thing that we need to talk about, which is the Polk County. I don't know if you guys saw this. The Polk County Sheriff down in Florida, the Tampa Bay area.
Oh, the Florida thing.
No, I haven't seen that.
I saw it. I didn't grab it.
The quote is literally, the people in Polk County like guns. They've got guns. I encourage them to own guns. And if you try to break into their homes to steal, to set fires, I highly recommended they blow you back out of the house with their guns.
Nice. I did. You know what I did?
That's what I love about sheriffs.
I think
Good job, Sheriff.
I think I did see a couple things on Facebook of this guy talking, but I never read it. I just saw, I saw that. I just thought,
oh wow, okay,
right?
Yeah.
You don't know if you want to throw it up there or not. But it's true though. We have to be in. It's incredible how people think that this is going to change stuff, and all you're doing is discouraging people and causing a bigger and wider divide. When in reality, a lot of people
it's deep and wide already.
Yeah,
I'm just
part of it is we don't have respect for people.
No.
We don't see people as people.
People are not people anymore.
We're now to a point where people.
Green.
Yeah, that's the only thing is people.
People.
But people nowadays, we're not human beings anymore. We're not flesh and blood. We're handles and avatars.
That's it. We're emojis and memes.
Yeah, and until we get back to actually talking to people, going back to like the Kansas story, that's what makes it amazing. There's nothing wrong. I keep seeing people who argue, and it'll say stuff like, you can't say Black Lives or all lives matter when there's a Black Lives Matter thing because the Black Lives Matter. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's saying the same stuff, the exact same message. The problem with it is we're seeing it from two different sides, and for some stupid reason, we're allowing social media, we're allowing instigators, and we're allowing the 24-hour news cycle, and I would even argue politicians, to turn around and keep that coin divided and say, no, this person doesn't like you. Need I remind you that this is the same kind of a tactic that was used to send people to Vietnam and Korea. Yeah, back in the 60s and so that's what happened, and we're allowing it now to happen here. The country's on the verge of literally a civil war, and it is not going to be pretty. It's not going to bode well.
No, it's not. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing when you're doing that. I caught the Twitters.
Yeah, you're reading the Twitters. I did it last week. It's fine.
But no, so take a look at this. Here's a map of the current areas of everything.
And this is just a small thing. Did you send that over to?
I don't think I did.
I'll send it to him.
Quick,
but anyway,
this is a small thing, and there are all the small things included here. Where we're talking about things like Portland, Oregon, 8 p.m. curfew was put into place. Seattle has a 5 p.m. curfew. Minneapolis, suspected looter shot dead outside of a pawn store. Businesses ransacked in Cleveland. NYPD vehicles torched and ransacked. In Chicago, a man commandeers a police horse and rides on it.
Now hold on, just
that's so awful.
That's not even a joke.
That is. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie.
This is not a joke, folks.
I would do that. Everybody else is like taking TVs and junk. I'm like, oh, the police aren't doing anything. Give me that horse. I'm gonna
take that horse.
I'm gonna ride away.
Yeah. Cincinnati, worst unrest since 2001 riots. Nashville protesters swarm police car with an officer that was behind the wheel. In Dallas, a man attacked and stomped on by a group after, quote, defending a store with a large sword. At the White House, almost 1,000 protesters face off with police and Secret Service. This is a very small ration of what's been going on.
Just a glimpse.
But notice where everything is. It's not in the small towns.
Nope.
It's not in the little areas. It's in the biggest places they can find, the places with the most coverage, the places with the most where people are going to congregate, the places where you are going to be seen doing this sort of violence.
Yeah, you can even look at places like, Iowa or Kansas. You mentioned Wichita.
Right.
But if you look at Iowa, there were issues in Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Davenport, the three biggest areas of that state.
Right.
You look at up in Wisconsin, Madison, Milwaukee, Green Bay had somebody shot during all of this. And I don't know if the person was killed or not, but that's my hometown. It's 100,000 people. It's not that big of an area for this to have been going on there and to get that violent
that quickly.
That tells you something.
Yeah. This is obviously somebody pulling the strings. This is not organic. This is so AstroTurf. It smells like the worst BO that you can create.
And I'm sorry, but I'm still going to, and I'm not one. That's a lie. I am from a conspiracy.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm gonna my 2 cents on this is all this is.
Oh wait, before you do that, I need the sounder.
You need what sounder?
I need the sounder. Any conspiracy theory sounder.
Oh God dang it! Okay,
I need it.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Now that you've done that,
okay,
please do.
This whole thing, this is just the beginning. By the way, election is in November.
Yes, it is.
We're what, 5? Is that 5 months out? 5 months away.
Yeah,
5 months away. The unrest or the complications and the crap, the problems, the COVIDs, and now this. There are people at work.
There was literally no way that Trump was going to lose on the economy that we had.
Nope. So what
3 months ago?
What do you do? Every way you possibly can, because that would only be the only reason why you could explain why the thanks to the Wu-Tang clap, you're going to shut down everything, virtually the entire country. However, the flu, which has got more numbers and deaths and everything else,
right? More
as of right now, I understand it could happen, more could happen later, but as of right now, the flu on a yearly basis is far worse than this is. There's all these things and now we have unrest, which I've always been confused on. This happened in Minneapolis, and the entire country is on fire. I remember when Rodney King happened, and L.A. was the one that because it happened in L.A. L.A. A lie was on fire. That was destroyed. Okay.
Yeah, in the city.
You didn't. The city of Compton. Yes. They keep it rocking. The thing was you had like small little things kind of throughout the country, but it was not near to the scale that this was. And if there were people protesting, it legit was a march, people protesting, saying this isn't right, checking themselves in their own town.
Yeah. That's
what happened.
That's normal.
That is normal.
Right.
Is when something bad happens in another state, you in your local area go, is this happening here? Are we,
are we good?
Yeah. And you check yourself.
Right.
And it's.
Or we do this. Coming to Chicago. Coppins.
Yeah. We're looking at you, bud.
Yeah, no, I really think that when you look at this whole concept, and I talked to Izzo about this earlier today over at my criticalthinking.locals.com page for the subscribers. I do kind of a one-on-one sit down every week with somebody for about a half hour and just talk about a major issue or topic of the day. But we had talked about this, and it was just, for me, what happened here is you see not outside agitators, but you see Antifa. You see the George Soros-funded Black Bloc groups working with Antifa.
Yes.
What they did is they lit the candle, they lit the fuse, if you will, of all of this on Friday night and then Saturday. And when Sunday hit, they had dispersed. They were gone by and large.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did is they sowed the seed of discord
and then left.
and scattered.
Right, immediately.
Immediately.
Yep, and that's what they were paid to do.
And so when you talk about the different aspects of this, and I think, Dylan, you kind of hinted at this. You have the media making hay out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And conveniently, coronavirus is not a thing for them to talk about at all anymore.
No,
Yeah.
it's no big deal.
Because just sidebar of it, nobody's doing social distancing through all this.
No.
Just
right, not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
so we're clear.
No.
None.
Oh, there was that one story about, hey, these riots may cause more corona problems.
I saw that too.
There was one story.
Again, Darwinism.
Yeah. Anyway, continue. Sorry, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you combine Antifa lighting the powder keg,
Mm-hmm.
when you combine the media highlighting the looting, highlighting the police response to the looting, and all of the things that have gone on, what they have sowed is the chaos, right? This is what they wanted.
Yes.
And there is a larger goal at play for these groups, whether you want to accept it or not, whether you think that these are just disparate groups of people who just all happen to have the same tactics and
the exact same tactics, the exact same notions, the exact same idea, the exact same way.
Chance. Yep.
Everything.
Yep. Everything's exactly the same.
Yeah, so that is such coincidence.
Whether you want to believe that or not, what you have to recognize is that what is their stated goal at the end of this?
Right.
It's not an overthrow of the government per se. It is a reversal of our society.
Yes,
it
of
is
course.
taking us from being a free market capitalist society. The other parts of this is when you look at if this was about going after bad cops, if this was going after racist individuals, right?
Yeah.
If this is what this was going to end up being about, why are you attacking business? Why are you not attacking the neighborhoods that are parts of the problem? Why are you not going after individuals that are part of the problem when it comes to racism?
Exactly.
They're doing this because it's about the agenda of sowing the chaos, and then they fill the vacuum because people are going to look towards government, and there's no leadership coming from anybody. Trump is not leading on this. Mayor Lightfoot here, J.B. Pritzker,
speaking
governor in North Carolina.
Speaking of Mayor Lightfoot,
Beetlejuice,
great name. While all this is going on, Chicago police are banging on church doors to stop service. And then making sure that they have video cameras to film every single person so they can prosecute them later for crimes against the state.
Yeah, that was the weekend before.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's what they were worried about a weekend before this.
Yeah,
and
you've got looting going on, but they're not doing anything at all.
No, none of that.
26, what did you say, 26 people were shot? Not all died, but 26 people were shot?
Nope,
yeah.
26 people killed, 65 wounded.
That's it. 26 people were killed.
65 were wounded.
And nobody's doing anything. But now when you go into this church,
you got to be 6 feet apart.
You
can't be going
people
in
at a
church.
time. You can't do it because priorities.
It can only hold 100 people, so you can only have 10 people here.
Yeah, and the end game for all of this is what? It is about taking capitalism off the table.
Right.
It's about replacing it with their preferred Democratic Socialist of America, style of socialism, leading into communism eventually, because that's exactly what Antifa wants. It's always been about communism for them. You can look all the way back to Germany in the 1930s. They were the group that fought the brown shirts. It was communist versus socialist over there. So this is what this is about. They sow the chaos, they light the fire, they get out. Then when the people clamor for leadership, that's what comes back in.
Yeah,
exactly.
We could talk about this forever, but
we can't.
Sadly, that's the music.
Yep.
Oh, let's hit them bells real quick, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Hold on.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with the bell count grade for the day, June 1st, 2020. Today we had 6 missed innuendo bells, 53 actual bells, 3 rim shots, 1 horn, and 1 boing. Giving us a B for the day. Peace out and stay healthy, boys.
Well, we got a B for the day.
Got a B.
That's better than
That's
most.
fine. Go to mojo50.com. Go to doashow.com. Andrew Coppins, one more time on your socials.
At the Coppin Show or criticalthinking.locals.com.
There you go.
Thank you so much for joining us, man. We appreciate it. We'll have you back on again soon.
Yes.
Guys,
Anytime.
please be safe out there. Whatever you do, curfews are going on. It's really dangerous. Just be careful. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Later.
Bye.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful.